All right, and we are live. Good evening. This is Andre down here in Jacksonville, Florida of Overcoming the Odds. And we want to mention to post or not to post. That is the question. And we're going to be breaking that down a little bit further detail as far as using the social media platform Facebook. I mean, let's be real. That's right now the heavy hitter as far as social media of all platforms. If you, especially trying to get more eyeballs to whatever it is they promote. So without any further ado, we're going to get started with the rest of the panel. So let's go out to the California real quick.
Hi, everybody. It's Patricia Henry, and I'm delighted to be here on this Friday again to share with you some things that we've learned about Facebook and how we use it for our business, what to post and what not to post. All right, and we're going to go out to Ian in the UK. Let's see, Ian, are you there? He was there. There he
Hey,
is.
there we go. Yeah, technicalities. Yeah, Ian here from the UK as well. Um, I'm not really got that much more to say than what I would normally say, and just talk about my story and just ramble on about something that has nothing to do with the topic. So I'm mainly going to build upon what everyone has to say here. We're talking about Facebook, which is obviously a great place to build our presence online and share our visions and our stories and what matter most to us to fundamentally inspire people to go and do what they want when they want, where they want, with who they want to do it with. So this is something that we're going to be talking about today, I guess. I don't know where we're going to start, so Patricia, if you want to start, or yeah.
Or Andre?
Yeah, I want to just do something real quick as far as a quick review from what we did last week. Because last week we were just doing, we would say the basics, but let's be real, most people really don't have something as simple as, I'm going to share my screen real quick. We call it the basics, but most people don't have something simple as, just having a profile picture, like right here. Those people see your face. This is in my gym, and I'm sitting beside one of my buddy's dogs right now. But let people see your face. Let people see that, okay, you're a real person. Some people like to have this blanket. It's almost like, how dare you if if you are in home-based business profession, or you're a business owner of any kind, and we don't have anything here. Let people try to relate with you in some kind of way, as far as like, oh, okay, this is a real person. Another thing what we shared last week, as far as go fill out some of this information. Let people know, okay, you don't have to fill out everything here, but it'd be nice to let people know, okay, business owner of some kind, maybe also to employed, wherever, gone to school, wherever you live. Let people know details about you. Again, it's a good way for people to relate with you in some way, like right here. Any type of thing that this pretty much resonates with you too, and to get people to resonate with you. Because again, it's not trying to get everybody, trying to market everybody, or you market to nobody. This main thing is know exactly what you want too, and just have try to people come relate to you. Maybe some type of quotes from movies, maybe leaders in your own company or whatever have you. Again, like I said, wherever you promote, fill out some of this information. This has to be everything. If you have something like a blog link, go put that right here, so people can be like, okay, this guy must have something going on, because people are kind of click happy once they get on Facebook. Once they click on here, boom, it goes straight to my blog link, or to my home base. We'll get into that further detail as well. And also another simple thing that, again, you say simple, but people get little stuff like this. Within the settings, right here, and the privacy. Guys, I can't stress this enough too, especially for those building a business online. You have to have this right here on public. Let people know, okay, this person is actually having this, has actually, shares type of post or something. Most people have it pretty much for maybe the friends or for only them, but they don't really have this on public. Why are you trying to be a ninja and maybe behind a closet, or really hide behind a rock or door or whatever, and not really let people know, okay, this person is actually real. That's how you get your followers. That's how you get your likes, shares, or whatever. And then also too, now we're about to get a little bit into what we want to mention. today as far as like what to post. As far as like when you like to post, maybe do something. This is not saying you should do this, but something as simple as this: having quotes, whatever you like to read. And this is when comes reading. They say readers are leaders. This is when come reading books to help feed your mind, especially to feed your mind from negativity. This is when it comes really crucial because it's always good to have something that is something that positiveness, some type of positivity. People resonate with that a lot too. But as far as like whatever you like to share here too, again, from whatever you like to read, or maybe you listen to an audio too, or whatever. Maybe you like if you like to have fun, as you see right here, I went to the movies here last week and obviously today too. Um, hey, put it down. Have fun with it. You don't have to post everything, and not main thing too. Don't be negative once you do post. That's one thing that we mentioned briefly because last week, because guess what? It's not about just telling everybody as far as like, oh, maybe you might have beef with this. You're not going to attract anybody. I mean, I'll tell you that you will attract people, but it might be the wrong people that you're trying to look for. So that's something to keep in mind too, as far as that. I know we had an event well over a year ago, and as far as like maybe particular times, we learned this from one of the top bloggers in the world, Neil Patel, and he had said somewhere between the times, and this is evening times, between I think if I'm not mistaken, 5 and 6 p.m. That's a good time to post whatever. Why is that? You might be asking. Think about it, guys. 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. That's when a lot of people are getting off of work. And not people like to get on Facebook. Again, Facebook is like a hangout spot, rightfully so. I mean, but thing too is you want to do it like in a ninja way as far as getting more eyeballs, whether it's your offer too. The main thing is you're selling yourself. It's not so much the name of your company, wherever the products that it is, because it can be company ABC123, but people are going to come back and relate with you. They're not going to go and remember the exact company name, but they are going to relate with you. People that you know, like, and trust. Keep that in mind too, as far as that too. Not saying you have to do it at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., but again, this is from a multimillionaire who's one of the best bloggers on the planet too. So that's something just to keep in mind as well. And whether it be your personal profile or your business page, something to keep in mind. But if you have already a handful of followers too, a handful of people on your friends list, they might be kind of curious as well as far as when you post something. They're probably waiting to be like, okay, what's this person posting? Like, oh, what type of value that they post? No different from what I've seen with these two guys here, with Ian and Patricia. Every time they post something, more than likely they're going to have some type of people that obviously they're paying attention to them or following them. They're going to like on it, they're going to comment, they're going to share. Now we'll get into that too a little bit further detail later on as far as how to make contact with them too and how to approach them the correct way. I'll give an example of that as well. But now this is something that that's a little bit to help out as far as like, okay, let people relate with you. Again, a little bit from what we had talked about last week, but at the same time, again, we're trying to help people. We're trying to help you have people come and see what it is that you're doing, because people are curious, especially on Facebook. It's no different from being an offline home-based business professional. I was an offline home business for 3 years when I first started in a home-based business profession, and I was always curious, man, how is there a good way to use the internet other than going offline and just calling on the phone or whatever? Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but since social media is getting so big, why not go and utilize this? Not telling you if you are in an offline home-based business profession what to do, but we're just trying to help you better enhance what you're already promoting. And again, doing it like ninja type ways so people can be like, what is it that you're doing today? Because people are always curious. And that's just one thing I wanted to mention. If these guys have any other examples as well, they might want to share as well, because they like to talk about lifestyle as well. So anything you guys have to share about, come on out then.
I was just going to say, if building upon what you were saying, it's Facebook. It's surprising how many people have dog book or back of the head book or something that's completely irrelevant. I mean, I know I like to make my own rules and do things differently, but I mean, come on, it's Facebook for a reason. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
All right. Yeah, maybe it froze.
No, I just didn't
That's
want to
all I had to
stop
say.
you going.
So, like Ian, you like to post your lifestyle about your animals. I was watching your dog the other day. Was that the first time she went swimming?
Kind of like properly swimming, like large distances. She's like done shallow kind of things, like maybe a couple of feet deep, but like this was like the proper river. We just went and kind of like decided we were gonna go that way that day, and just decided in the spur of the moment, and she ended up liking it and going swimming. So I mean that's something that the time being able to do that when I want to do it, on my terms, and not having to go it and do it and try and fit it in around other people's schedules. I mean, that's something that one of the many benefits of having an internet business, and being able to do what you want when you want, what you want with who you want to do it with, and this is just like what I share on what I share on Facebook is things that you know I find I do in my life, but I want to inspire people because I realized, 2 years since, or 2 or 3 years in, when I reached my breaking point, I realized, I'm not here just for myself being trapped and isolated on the farm. I'm here to, I'm here for more than that. I realized that my life just means more than just myself. I realized that, if I can find something that inspires people that, is to do with me and it's speaking up for who I am and not being, the shy person and the person who was, stuck in his shell and the person who was, who really is afraid to fundamentally speak up for what they believed in. If I can share something that is me, that goes on to inspire someone, I just feel that that's so fulfilling, and that that goes across any business, across any levels. If you can find that, it's like Dave Wood says it all the time. We're creating a life and a business at the same time. Like I guess society's kind of got into this habit of like, well, not society, but the world has kind of evolved into this. You go to you work your business, and then you clock off at a certain time, and then you have your life. At the weekends is kind of like a second priority. With this business, we can make our own rules basically, and do what we want when we want, what we want, who we want to do it with. And I keep repeating that because it's so fundamentally the reason for why we all get started, and why we're all doing what we're doing, and we're doing this hangout right here right now, because we realize our life means something more than just to be here for ourselves. We realize that we have a greater purpose here to inspire and share this message and share these fundamentally these this knowledge and these skills and these principles and the things that we've learned to a wider audience, so people can go out there and fundamentally make a difference in their own life, so that they can, go on to help and a wider audience. And it's like that saying goes, who you're going to help if you can't help yourself? So I mean, that's why we're all here, and we want to, inspire us, a greater reach of people, who go on there and lift each other up, and who are, sharing things about themselves, about what they've learned, what they've, it's like they say, learn, do, teach simultaneously, and that Facebook's just one of the ways we use that to share our message, and all these tips and these how-to things. We kind of get stuck up into thinking, I need to know exactly how to do this, how to do that. I need to know how to get everything perfect, to get all my ducks lined up before I start, sharing things about myself, sharing things about what I've learned. And and it's kind of like the other way around, and learning to, make it up as you go along, but learn, do, teach simultaneously, as we all know, and we're all learning to become masters of these principles and these trainings that we're sharing with you. And they're so powerful. They can make such a big difference in your life. Just the belief that I have in these is enabling me to, in the things that we're doing, is enabling me to speak on these hangouts and really get outside my comfort zone, because fundamentally I don't really have to be doing this. I want to do this because I want to inspire other people to be able to do these kinds of things, and be able to go out there, like Patricia said, and she saw a video of me walking my dog, on my own schedule, so you can go out. I want to share these things with you to realize that it's possible to do anything you want to at the end of the day. no matter how much fear or how much we feel like we're stuck in a comfort zone, or we're stuck where we are. At the end of the day, you can change any aspect of your life, at any moment, just with the snap of your fingers when you make that decision. At the end of the day, I think this just comes all comes tied together. I think I'm getting at the point here. Comes tied together with why we share our message on Facebook, and why we're sharing all these tips and these hints now, so that you're able to do all these things that I said and live that life on your own terms. Do what you want when you want, where you want, with who you want to do it with. And I'm sure there was another point to this rant or tangent, but yeah.
Well, no, you remember, it's no different from the way the late Jim Rome had once said, study, practice, and teach. You see what I'm saying? And obviously, we're learning from 6- and 7-figure earners. See, income disclosure below, because this is no different from what we like to share every week when we come on here. When we're studying, from what we go to different events, would it be maybe other webinars as well, and other hangouts too. And then we obviously practice it, because let's be real. You and I kind of like the same way. We're kind of gunslingers in a sense. We had no idea what in the world we want to do, But it's like, all right, let's go ahead and do something right now live. That's the whole purpose and whatnot. As far as joining up, I was like, if one of us, that's the thing too, and hopefully that's the thing what we're mentioning, what we're sharing on here as well. We didn't want to make it like almost in a sense, and one of the other was a little bit more. Was kind of like used to doing something live, and like perfect example, like what Facebook likes to do too. That's another feature, they like to go live as well. That's kind of intimidating to most people. It's sad too, but it's limiting belief. At the same time, just trying to do something as simple as just getting out there and just showing people, okay, like we just said earlier, as far as let people know who you are. Yeah, let people know who you are. It's sometimes tough to find out using social media, because people, again, like we mentioned earlier, will do the opposite what we're trying to share. As far as it's like to just tell people, everybody, what's going on in their life or whatever. Not saying anything that's wrong with that, but it's negative in a sense, as far as like, oh, this person's this happened to me, or they're looking at too much news or too much TV or whatever, or any other thing else that's social media. Because the sad thing is too, using something that's Facebook, people will believe anything, almost everything at times. Not every time, but one thing that I like to do personally when it comes to obviously using Facebook, especially on my personal profile, I'm going to show you my business page here in a few moments, is always like to use quotes. And this is one thing I learned from one of the books that Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump collaborated, Why We Want to Be Rich. And one thing that Donald Trump said, he likes to use quotes because and I'm paraphrasing, it basically shakes up your mind as far as having negative thinking or confused thinking. Obviously quotes are inspiring and motivational. That's why I like to share. That's why I shared earlier as far as using different quotes, and that's the reason why. Let me share again. Going back to my page. That's the reason why you see this interaction sometimes. The funny thing is, too, I told this to my brother because he's been reading, listening to a lot of personal development books, too, and audios as well. When I post these type of quotes, I get to have somebody try to recognize the book that I'm reading. Now, you really have to be into whatever it is they're reading and have read the book so many times to be like, okay, I'm not understanding. Okay, I think I read it before. You see what I'm saying? Like, perfect example, this author right here, most people don't know who this is, George S. Clausen. There was an audio years ago that Jim Rohn was talking about. He was talking about to walk away from the 97%. And he said, guess what? I picked up this one book. And he was talking about this particular book for this author, and the name of the book was The Richest Man in Babylon. But again, most people would not have recognized it unless you read it several times. And I was just getting into it. So mainly at the times when I'm reading any type of book right now, if it's something that really sticks out to me, I'm going to go post it. Now here's another funny thing too that most people will never understand. And again, we'll show you ways how to be kind of real ninja-like using Facebook. I'm going to share real briefly as far as like my business page. And this is so funny. You got to have fun with this too when you do your own business page, fan page, however you want to call it. Uh, I could have called this anything. I might call this four income solutions one day. You know, because guess what? It doesn't really matter about the name of the, the page. People are still going to relate with who? With me. They're going to relate with me. So I want to give an example as far as like, you know, if you were to just scroll down, you would have no idea what on earth I am promoting. You would never know really. I just love having something like this, all these quotes too. And then those two, what I have always right here, the link to my blog, my exact blog post. Perfect example. I had something right here I posted, and this is from another top earner in the home-based business profession. I want to use this quote. Well, you know, this look at the reach before I get into the likes and the shares here too. So so you can see it's possible. Obviously, results not typical. See average earnings below. But it is very possible as far as what can be happening once you want to again get in type of interaction. And guys, this is coming from somebody who doesn't have that many people on my business page. I only have 142 people. I don't really have like in the thousands or whatever. But I'm consistent because I like to share this into different groups. Now I want to again show you exactly what happens once you I guess the term will be going viral once you have a handful of shares and likes. But okay, since we mentioned earlier as far as the post or whatever, what about if people do start to like it and share it and then start to comment on it? Boom, boom. All right, let's have some fun with this, right? Let's have some fun with this. So Zora, she had shared my post, and look at this interaction she had when she shared my blog post. I'm not gonna go all into her page because I want to try to talk to her. That's the whole point. So she lives in Slovenia. No big deal. But something I love to always mention too, guys. You can do this too, easy. Have fun with this. Hey, I'm gonna do this live right now. Appreciate you. Hold on. Appreciate. Oh my goodness, it's tough for me to read. It's all right. Appreciate the shares on my latest blog post. Let's see. What was it that? What was it? Okay, within quotes of the picture did you really like? Have fun with it, guys. Have fun with it. When somebody does like, share, or comment your whatever it is that what you have. Have fun with it. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This obviously takes time. This obviously takes time once you do try to get in contact with a person. But that's a good way just to message them to let them know, okay, this is a real person. And it's like, oh, okay, it's awesome. They actually took the time to reach out to me after I liked something, whatever shared. Now I obviously have to get in contact with a handful of other people like Vera, too. Anybody that likes any type of any time that you post too. So I've had a handful of people as well too in this group as well. One person here. So I got a lot of work to do. But I just want to give you an example as far as like what somebody does, go and like, share, or comment on your post. Guys, you got to think about it too. Now think about this as a business owner, especially working business online. That is a lead now. They can't contact with you. There was something of value that you shared too. They liked it. That is now your own lead. Make contact with them. Something as simple as that. Notice I didn't send a link immediately. I'm trying to get to a chance to get to know this person. I got a lot of work to do. But I just wanted to show you that example as well. I got a lot of work to do, but get in contact with them because that is a live lead. I didn't send them a link right away. That's not the whole point. I had somebody do that last night. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. That's the wrong way to do so. I wanted to go and reach out to the person. I probably still will, because I mean, some people just don't know any better. I'm not trying to tell them what to do or whatever, but I mean, for those working in business online, it is kind of annoying for the ones that are doing it correctly. Too, we're trying to do it the right way. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. Or if you go to those groups, like for example, those groups I just shared a few moments ago, there's always somebody posting the same thing, nothing of any value. Not saying the companies of any value, but I mean, just something that sticks out from like a sore thumb. Those quotes that sticks out like a sore thumb. If Ian or Patricia wanted to do a video and put it out in something of value and put it in those groups, that sticks out like a sore thumb. Not the same, come join this, bring 5 people, you can make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Again, not saying anything wrong with that particular company, but I mean, it gets annoying when you're seeing it so many times, and some people just don't know what they don't know, and that's all right. So we just want this to share as far as like there are better ways to do this, as far as being professional. As Eric Worre, I always like to call it the Napoleon Hill network marketing profession. It's like you have your amateurs and you have professionals, and we're trying to be professionals when it comes to building this business online, or offline too. I mean, he sees it all the time too. This is somebody who hasn't even been doing any type of particular company because he retired from the profession. He just loves to give out tremendous value, and people are still going to spam his own business page. He's like, guys, stop it, And we see it all the time, and it's sad too. I'm glad there wasn't anybody that had posted their own link right underneath maybe that particular post that I had shared, because I've had that happen too. And it's sad because sometimes you have to go and block it. Or you can just go and message that person as far as like, hey, there is a better way to go out and do that. But I mean, hey, at least it's somebody to go and get in contact with. So I'm just saying that's like your chance to have like an actually own live lead right then and there. Get into their inbox. I've had people within our community, once I liked something that they share on Facebook, they got in the inbox with me. And the thing is, thank goodness going to company events, I had a picture of one person too, so I was like, yeah, this is the reason why you don't have to worry about contacting me, man, because I know you, like brothers and sisters. But again, that's a different topic. But the point is too, once you go into these different events too, you learn from these different ideas as well. One of the ideas too, he's not on the panel this evening, was from Aaron's team, because there's something that they had taught in a hangout about a few months back, and this was one thing that's what I share live as far as want to get in somebody's inbox immediately. As soon as somebody likes, comments, or share, hey guys, get in their inbox. Don't be shy. Do not be shy, but do not give them a link right away. Try to relate with them. It's going to take some time. I'm not going to guarantee that they might respond right away. I've had people that eventually respond to me 2, 3, maybe a month later. 2, 3 weeks later, maybe a month later. But guess what? At least they got in contact with me. Okay, now relate to them. You see, so that's why I wanted to give an example as far as that. As far as that.
I think you just hit it perfectly, the nail on the head at the end as well. You want to relate with them, and you said it perfectly. And that's kind of like the two ways that are going about it, and the lifestyle way, which Patricia does really well at, is relating with them through the lifestyle things. And that's a perfect example of how to cross over to Patricia now, because she does a great job at doing that, and she can speak more about that because she's the Facebook expert.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. Well, what I wanted to talk about was messaging too, because it's what we post on Facebook, and the people who like what we do when we post something, and if they like it, how are we going to communicate with them? That's what we have the chat feature for. And for me, when people do like my things, sometimes I do try to obviously I'll hit the like button, and I don't do enough, which I should do, is a little bit more of the conversation actually on the page. And if I don't know them, especially if they're a new to go to chat and to message them and wait for them to message me back if they're not immediately online, or when I do message them, I see that they're online with that little green dot, and I will try to have a conversation with them. But once again, I don't really push my business, especially if they're not a business-oriented person. Then I get to know them a little bit, and it may take several days, back and forth, or over a week, or even a month's worth of time to be able to have build a relationship with them. You know, of course, you can go to their About Me section. You can see what they're about, what they do for a living, and then after some time, you can, you know, suggest to them, hey, have you ever thought of having an online business? Because on my personal wall, I used to post my business a lot. And my links a lot. I do have a fan page on Facebook, so that's where I try to put that. But then I recently learned that from one of the other mentors that we have, that he puts mostly his lifestyle on that page, and he puts more of his business on the personal page. So I'm kind of torn in between of what I want to do about that. I may just keep, like I said, my fan page more subtle now as well, and put my business link there, because after all, it is a business page. But for me and messaging people, don't feel bad when you do get them to finally see what you do for a living. You know, we have to do that call to action, which is, you know, click my link here and check it out and get back with me and, you know, tell me what you think. Because you can also ask, can you do me a favor? Because people love to do other people a favor. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you, by the way, because, guys, because there's a new feature, and for me, it's a new feature, and I love it, you know. So I'm going to show it to you for the first time here. I don't know if you guys have seen it or have used it, because I looked at your pages and I haven't seen you guys do it. There's Neil. Hi, Neil. How are you? Yeah. There's our other business partner, Neil, who's in the UK. I was just about to share my screen, but do you want to go ahead and say hello first?
I apologise for my lateness. I completely lost track of time. I actually thought it was, well, I thought we were due to kick off in 20 minutes. I got completely misled with the fact that there's an hour's, the hour's difference has completely changed. So I apologise. My name's Neil. As Patricia said, I'm in the UK, so it is 20 to 11 my time, which is 20 minutes before we usually kick off, but I just got completely misled with time because they've gone back a couple of weeks ago, so I do offer my apologies again. But yeah, I'll take a back seat and I will let you continue, Patricia. So apologies.
Okay. All right. I was just going to screen share my screen. Let's see here. So where was I? Oh, I want to go to, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I have. Can you see this right here? I have the video feature now here on my Facebook, which I have an Android. I was not able to do that before. Everybody who had an iPhone was able to use that feature. And I'm going to actually go to the post, because for me, I can't click on the post. It'll tell me options of what to do. But I posted it. Let me see where. Here it is, right here. And I'll let you hear it. Well, it'll start again. Let me know if you could hear it. Hi, this is Patricia Henry. Welcome to my page. Like, comment, and share. Okay, it's going to play again. Hi, this is Patricia Henry. Welcome to my page. Like, comment, and share. So that was that. So you can, let me just stop it. Hi, this is Patricia. There. So I like this feature, but then I had some friends who, this was the second time I posted it, and so I only have a few people here that liked it. But let's see, it was down here. Where was it that I posted it? Here's the first time. And I got a few more people that liked it the first time. I think it's kind of a new thing. But I had a friend of mine. She's a friend. So she said that I'm not, she said, I'm not into the comment thing, but I'm getting a little better at it. She said, thanks for the heads up. Now, this is somebody that I know that follows me, but they don't, they're not in business, they're just a friend, and we have a lot of people who don't do anything, but maybe just they're social media people. I mean, they're not social media business people, entrepreneurs like we are here, so they're not into that. They may like something, or they may be just following you, or they may just be using it for their family and friends, and that's about it. So, I'm not too worried about her, but I did private message her, and I told this was a perfect opportunity to tell her why I do what I do and why I made the video about like, comment, and share. So obviously somebody's watching it. If she's watched what I said, then other people, and then I went ahead and I did a post for myself, and I put here the same thing that I said, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And we know for Facebook how important that is for us internet marketers. We need that interaction. And of course the shares here, I shared it to my other pages, so that went to some other pages that I had, so I put that on there so people could know who I am as the author of my other fan pages that I have. So that's what I did for it. Then if other people want to share, then that is up to them. But that's a feature that I like and that I posted. Here's another picture that I posted, a lifestyle picture, because this is what I do. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Some friends that I know, they're here on the beach, passing out our magazines. But I had a lot of people, I'm not friends with this particular person, but I've got 51, 52, over 50 some odd likes on this particular things, and I don't see that anybody shared it, but with them, their original post, I saw that they had 500 and something shares. So I know that somebody did share their original post as well, because when I looked at their shares, it was someone that I know that shared it. But and of course we have food. There's these big things now, that videos that people share, all kinds of food things that get a lot of interaction. Of course, this is from our business. Yesterday we had that, so we share these kind of things so that people will interact. Someone else in our business made $2 million. So this is, of course, getting interaction off of it. And the people who like this are not always in our business. So I would click on here, and I need to go extract who liked this and ask them, what did you like about this post? Is it because I was in the picture, or was it because of what the post actually was talking about? And that was about our friend Lawrence Tam here hitting $2 million. See their income disclosure in our link here that we have right below of our hangout here, because the income is not typical. But I posted this on my personal page, like I said, because I share my business with my personal stuff that I put on my Facebook page. So with doing that, the people who I know that are not in my business are going to be attracted to this picture and the message, and I can go back and message them and ask them over time, after I see what they like about it, if they would be interested in finding out what my business is all about. And Throwback Thursday. We know Throwback Thursday is popular. You guys, this was me when I was when I was thin, guys. But Throwback Thursdays, we know, are very huge. This is from my Twitter post that I posted that. As you can see, the background here is from my Twitter. But I posted this of my aunt and then of myself, so that those are very popular posts that everyone does. And then, of course, they could click off of that, and then they could leave. If they have Twitter, they can message me here on Twitter. So this is a twofold post there, that another way that they could get a hold of me if they want to. So, and of course, here again is our Hangout, which I post on my Facebook wall. And we can get interaction from this. I've already had some people that liked it, and hopefully they're following me. I could go back and message them as well to see if what they thought about our Hangout. And so that's what I like about the Facebook interaction, or when we post something, to go back and, like I said, immediately find out what people like about what we're doing. So I'm going to get out of this screen share. And I'm out of it, right? You guys can see me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. But yeah, and as far as last week, I know we touched on etiquette too. There are people who, we have what they call trolls on Facebook, and we hate those kind of interactions with people. And usually I just delete those people. I go to their wall, I see what they're about, and if there's somebody that I'm not interested in and they have no value to add to what I'm doing, then I just hit the delete button. Because what I forgot to show you was all the likes. Like you said, I do have, Andre pointed it out, I have a whole bunch of people that are messaging me, and I like to go back and look at their profile, look at their about me, see what they are about, and if they've interacted with me. They don't reach out to me in messaging. Maybe they don't know how to use Facebook. So sometimes, I mean, not the trolls, but the original people or people that are legitimate, I really like to go back and message them, give them the chance to message me. And after a while, I realize that people are not Facebook junkies like we are. We're internet marketers, so we're on here every day to post our business links and our lifestyle links and other links that we can attract people to us. So if they're not that way, then what I do, like I said, I message them, I give them some time to message me back. If they don't, then I just hit the delete button, because I don't, it's just wasted space. They're not interacting with me, and we know how vital it is to the Facebook algorithms to have people like, comment, and share your post. So if you have 2,000 friends, like what was it the other day? Was it last week with Aaron? He pointed out that, can you imagine if you had 5,000 friends, you'd have to hire somebody to be able to manage the comments or automate it or whatever. But you, especially if you want them to be in your business, you want to interact with them personally, at least for a time. And then, of course, you move them over. If they join your business, then you move them over to a group. And it would probably be a private group where you can funnel them in there and then send them different things that you want them to interact with you with on about your business. But the Facebook groups are wonderful, and that's something we didn't even get into really, but that is another way to interact with people once they've joined your business.
My question is, how do you decide what to post and what not to post? If you're doing a particular thing on a particular day, and you might have tons of great pictures, if you post them all at once, you save them up, do you batch them up? Do you think, oh no, lad, this is not really the most valuable thing to post? How do you go about deciding how to do that?
Well, remember too, because we're mostly I post lifestyle, so I post my lifestyle, so that shouldn't matter. You can post that any time of the day. If you want to wait to post something that's urgent, like a news event, whether it's your life or someone else's live event, like with Lawrence Tam, that was a live cast, and we found out on that he did it, so everybody started posting about that, right? And then I had an old post because I met him at several of our events, and so I posted that because I had met him. That I didn't have to wait till a certain time period. But let's say I just found out that there was a death of somebody, like if it's an actor or a movie star, you can utilize that and post that almost any time to a point. If there is, as far as posting, we know that there's certain days and there's certain times when people and eyeballs are going to be on there. I believe it's like on the evenings when people get home, you want to post between maybe 5 and 8 o'clock. On the weekdays, and on the weekends, people are running out doing errands, but probably again towards the afternoon or the evening when people are going to be back online, and they're going to have their eyeballs there on your post or on Facebook. And then you can do post Sundays, because people are looking for, especially the weekends too, people are looking for jobs. When people are looking for a job, that would be a time to well, I would say on a Saturday morning and on a Sundays, you want to post something about business and about a new way that they could earn money online. If they have not earned money online, put that suggestion or that question post online for them so that they could click on your link at that time. But as far as lifestyle posts, like I said, you can do that almost any time. Again, you can choose to save it for a time when more eyeballs will be on that post, but just run for it. If you have a faithful following, they're going to follow you and search for. I have this person in Japan that always likes my post, and he doesn't speak much English. I have a person from Africa who's been trying to join me. He went out and got his own computer. He didn't have one, but he follows me as well. So, and for them, we know they're not in my time zone. So if you have true followers, they're gonna find you and follow you no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. And again, with the business things at the weekend, it's kind of like knowing your market and knowing, and then I think that like with the lifestyle and then the business, I think I've always heard it, but you want to be posting, maybe 4 lifestyle things to every 1 business thing. Is that something that you kind of feel and do as well?
Mm-hmm. And I know there are some, I can't think of them offhand right now, but I know, we have algorithms, right, on different websites, on our websites or on our fan pages, at least. So we could, and then there's, how do you say it, apps, or there's websites, like I can't think of them right now what they are, but they will track for you different times of day and when people post, or not post, but when people like, comment, and share your stuff as well. And you could use that. I think there's free versions of them and there's paid versions of that. The top marketers, I'm sure, use that, especially if you are a real huge business, like a store or something like that. You need to know when people are going to be online. Most people that shop, for instance, shop on the weekends, but then that's not necessarily anymore. I know my sister is a big fan of shopping online, so when she has a free minute, she's on there looking at stuff. So you have to, again, know your market, feel what your followers are liking, and just go for it. Neil, did you have anything to say?
One thing I was going to add on was something that you mentioned just a minute ago about the fact that it doesn't matter what time zone people are on, they're always going to find a way to reach out to you. And I'll say that because as I said when I came on, I live in the UK, and a lot of webinars and a lot of hangouts that usually happen on American time. So when they say that we're jumping on at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., that to me is midnight, 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. And often enough, I've done it before, where if I'm really tired, I'll go to bed for a couple of hours and then I'll get up. Or sometimes I'll try and push myself through it and I'll stop awake. But either which way, I will make sure I'm on that hangout and webinar, and I will do whatever it takes. If it means I have to go to bed for a couple of hours and then get up, I've done that before, and then I've just stopped awake, or I've actually just stopped awake and then I've gone to bed. I've done a whole variety of different ways, but that's what I needed to do. So anybody who thinks that, well, they're on a completely separate time zone, why are they going to find me? It's all about resonation. And if you're reaching out to someone and you're speaking, to your ideal customer, they're going to resonate with you. They're going to love you, and they're going to do whatever they can to be around you. And if that means that they have to jump on at an inconvenient time at that present moment because it's just something they need to do, they really want to get hold of you, they're going to do that. You just don't feel that they're not going to reach out to you because it's a little bit inconvenient. Like I say, I get up at 10 to 2 in the morning if I have to jump on a hangout, because that is something that I really want to take part in, to listen, to learn, and to do, because it's what I need to do to get to where I'm after. So anybody who thinks that these people are on a separate time zone, I can't possibly reach out to them, time zone is completely irrelevant. The internet is 24 hours a day. You just continue to speak your message, they will find a way to reach out to you one way or another. So I just say, just keep doing it. Eliminate that limitation. Trust me, people they'll do what they can to find you. So you just continue posting your message, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it, and the people will find you.
Hey Neil, that's a great testament to what I know what Ian had just asked as well, because no different from what you just said, because we already know that too. You and Ian, you guys out there in the UK, but let's say if it was somebody that maybe somebody in the top professional, obviously in the home-based business profession, if you want to actually, like you just said, if maybe they had a webinar or whatever, more than likely you're gonna be on there no matter what the time zone is.
Yeah.
Like perfect example, Ray Higdon, who's a mentor, and he's friends with some of the top leaders within our community as well. Let's say if he had, I'm just throwing out a particular time, but let's say if he had a webinar, let's say at like 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not saying that you're going to be on there, but more than likely you're going to try to find a way. It's like, if there's something that really interests you, Neil, more than likely you're going to try to find a way to get on that hangout. Like you just said, you might try to go to sleep a little bit, catch some sleep, and be like, all right, or maybe so your body can get ready to really pay attention to whatever value is being shared. That's no different from, let's say, Eric Worre. And if you those in the home-based business profession, if you know the home-based business tree, Eric Worre was basically is really still a mentor for Ray Higdon as well. If he had, let's say a webinar, let's say at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, that's somebody who I like to follow, because Neil likes to follow Ray Higdon a lot as well. I'm going to try to find a way to get on that webinar myself, and that's and I might say it might say 10 a.m. Eastern time, but he's in the Midwest here in the United States. So I did the same thing, no different from what Neil just said. My point is, and our point is the whole time saying this, is people that if you have a following to, they're going to find a way to make sure that whatever you're talking or wherever you're speaking or have something to share, they're going to try to find a way to find information you like to come out with. Like I mentioned earlier too, sharing my business fan page, I don't have that many people on there, but guess what? When I post, and it can be at any particular time, I know earlier we said somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. What we didn't say is that's mainly for your business, not your business, your personal profile on Facebook. Business fan page, your business/fan page. Again, like we just mentioned earlier, if you have some type of a following on there, people are going to try to seek that out and information out no matter what time of the day it is for you. I know I've had it as well. Patricia, I know you've had it as well too. I know Ian, I've seen it sometimes on your page as well too. No matter what time it is, people are going to try to find you no matter where in the world that they are located in. They're going to try to find information. And they might try to comment or maybe like or share it too. So yeah. I just wanted to add on to that though, man.
And the thing is, I can confirm that because Ray Higdon, quite often, I see him coming across on Facebook. Anybody who follows Ray Higdon, a lot of his events he'll generally record and he'll play, and they're usually at 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So to me, that's 1 and 2 o'clock. And currently, it'll be midnight and 1 o'clock again because there's 4 hours difference, not 5 hours difference. There's 5 hours difference, not 6 hours. It depends on what time zone he's on, but it's 1 hour less. So, but either which way, I'd still be looking at midnight and 1 o'clock instead of 1 and 2. So, I mean, midnight is not too bad. But if I have to stop up till 2, sometimes like now, quite tired. It's all right. Maybe I'll go to sleep for a couple of hours. I'm a bit more refreshed for that. And that's the thing. I don't want to be tired and struggling to stop awake because you then can't focus. So for me, I go to bed even for a couple of hours to get refreshed, make sure I'm up ready to take notes and learn and just do whatever it takes. And the thing about Ray Higdon is because, and this is the point that about speaking to your target market, people seek out Ray Higdon because he is literally, I mean, he's recently left the network marketing industry, but he's now a coach and that's what he's focusing on. So, but before he did that, he was number one in his market, in the company he promoted year after year. I think for the past like 3 or 4 years, he was at number one, and it was through the content that he was providing that sort of helped him, build up his coaching, and that's inevitably where he's gone. But it's because he continued to speak about how he got there. So if you've not got a result, don't worry about that. You just continue to learn and then pass on that knowledge. Like now, Patricia, I apologise if anybody else has spoke, but just I jumped on, Patricia was sharing exactly how she was, able to build up a following and how she's building up, continuing to engage with those people. All you do is, okay, how did you get that result? You then share that with other people, because there are some people that's maybe just got started and want to know how to get to that level. Just because you haven't got a specific result in monetary terms, as in like you've not made your first $1,000 or anything like that, that doesn't matter. You could sit there and say, I've just, I created 10 leads a day just using this exact strategy. To some people who are just getting started, they're going to love that. So, you just share a result, get that result, teach it to somebody else, and then help them get that result. And now you have a testimonial. You've got somebody who you've helped get to that level. And you've now got a testimonial, which makes your point even more effective, because you can then say, well, yeah, this person's used it. So, and that's the kind of message, is just speaking your message. It doesn't matter whether you just got started or whether you've got a bit of experience. Just focus on one specific thing that you want to learn it, put it to use, get the result, and then teach other people how to do it. And then the cycle continues, because then you can learn other things and teach other things and just build it out from that.
Exactly. No different from what we mentioned earlier this evening, as far as what Jim Rome said many years ago: study, practice, and teach. Now I know there's a different way though too that we learned from Ray Hickton as well, because this is something that we learned from another mentor again within our community, Mike Hobbs, who loves the the little let's say the 21st century version of study, practice, and teach, and best learn, teach. It's funny, guys, because it's the same thing. Basically, it's the same stuff. This word is different. It's really the same language. Like perfect example. I mentioned earlier, like I came from the offline network marketing profession. Neil's more from the online aspect. But it's funny because, like, perfect example, like people within our community, six-figure earners I'm talking about. Again, see, I come disclosure below. He likes to listen to not the same thing I don't. Not saying I don't or he doesn't, vice versa. But they're obviously good friends too within the community, such as we are. But he likes to follow a lot of Mike Hobbs information. I like to follow Paul Hutchins, and who came from the offline network marketing profession too. It's kind of funny, and they're both friends too. Again, both six-figure earners. So income disclaimer below as well. But the thing is too, it's the same language, just worded differently. That's all it is. That's all it is. Another example too that almost forgot to mention, because we mentioned this just briefly, and Patricia just went over it. I'm glad she did as well, because think about this too. Once using Facebook, I had to get back to this. This is another thing too that some people too, especially being an online marketer, is pretty cool. Guys, look right here, trending, different topics. Now, I'm pretty sure no matter what part of the world you're in, people know who Snoop Dogg is. I mean, my parents know who Snoop Dogg is, and they're in their 60s. They love Snoop Dogg. As an actor, more so than a rapper, love him. See right here, NBA D League right here for those that are into professional basketball, and still talk about the big movie that came out, I think, if not mistaken, yesterday, Batman vs Superman. If you get on these topics right here, and this maybe say something like, oh, we're gonna go see Batman vs Robin or something, like I like to mention this earlier today. Again, this is how you get some type of interaction on your Facebook page. And again, just so people see that, it's kind of a little bit more the lifestyle. Or you can, if you want to, it's lifestyle as well, having the pictures from events that you go to, because we have one here coming up in a few weeks. This was one here in October. So, and these guys are familiar that you guys might know of right here. I'm just saying too, let people know, okay, as far as okay, it can relate to this person, in some way, shape, or form. And then on top of that, you can go and click the green link below that says yes, let me in, and then also have your own home base set up as well too for your own blogs, and then share whatever you like to share. Whether it be something lifestyle, maybe a particular company that you're part of too, share something about that too, maybe some type of testimonials. For those that are not camera shy, sharing some videos on there too in your own blog post. That's your own home base. We're teaching you as far as using Facebook, but to be honest with you, Facebook has their own rules and regulations. You have to respect that. You don't have to like it, but we have to respect that, abide by the book, abide by the rules, or unfortunately get in Facebook jail, which some of us have gone through too sometimes. So why not, guys? $17 for a 2-week trial. Get your own blog platform set up so you can share information yourself. And then on top of that, get your own get your ticket as well, because we're going to be in the event here next month down in Nashville, Tennessee, as well. And it's funny because what Neil just mentioned earlier too, as far as if it was a particular time zone. Last year we were in Las Vegas. Guess what? Neil and Ian, they were back home, but they were able to check out the live cast too. And I'm pretty sure it's a completely different time zone. But guess what? They had a ticket to the next event. So my point is too, if it's something that that you really want to do too, and you have like a huge why, guys, come on in. Let's go. Let's join forces with us. And also on top of that too, once you are in too, once you do decide to click on that link and join us as well, we do have something else coming up tomorrow evening. As far as Get Money Saturday, again, see our income disclosure below. So we're learning from these top leaders that we're mentioning. Well, like Patricia just mentioned earlier, Lawrence Tam are now our $2 million earner within our community as well. We just crossed that link. Again, so income disclaimer below as well. We'll be teaching you some of the stuff that we've been sharing too in a little bit bigger terms.
I forgot to say that, what about post, what not to post. If we are a business entrepreneur, of course, we don't want to blast our businesses in everybody's face. But just like, a lot of people, when they get introduced to a new person, they say, what's your name? How's your family? And then what do you do for a living? So when we do post our business links, or we do it subtly on our blog, we'll attract them to our blog. They can find us there. They can see what we're doing there as far as that, because after all, that shapes the person, right? What they do. Like if a person is a doctor, wow, a lawyer, we know they've gone to a school for that training extensively, and if they're a brain surgeon, we might be curious about what they do, who they help. Are they philanthropic? Do they help somebody who maybe from other countries who need that kind of surgery? They donate their time doing said things, so all of that too is a lifestyle post that they could do, or you could find out about them. But the same thing they find about us. What do we do as entrepreneurs? And we post that. And so we're going to be going to an event. When we go to the events, we post pictures of each other at our events and the scenery around it. People are curious. And the place that we're going, which we've all been to and we've met there, that's where I first met Neil. He flew across from the waters from the UK, and that's where I met him. And of course, Andre, I met you for that was the second time I met you. And Ian, we all met there. The only person that we have not met is Aaron, and he is not here on the panel today. He couldn't make it, but we do have that fifth person. We're all business partners and persons here. So that's what we post as well. What to post and what not to post. Post our lifestyle, and that is part of us. That is who we are. So we don't want to hide that from anyone. And again, people are attracted to that, and that's how they're attracted to our businesses. And again, post our results of what we do. There's small wins and large wins. People want to know. They're curious. So let them peer into our lifestyle.
Exactly. Anything else though anybody wants to bring up before we go and close out here this evening?
No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say it's curious how when you do whatever it takes, you attract the people who do whatever it takes. So that's all I got to say.
Yes. So follow all of us. I want to say whoever is out there, follow us. We are online 24/7. You can find us on Google. You can find me on Google Plus. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook, of course. And of course, you could rewatch the replay of this hangout and get to know who we are as personalities. We're real life people, real life marketers, and we're willing to help you take that next step for getting into a business if you haven't gotten into online business. If you are struggling with online business, then come and join us and join our teams, because you're going to learn a lot about how to do your business online. and just like we are.
Yep. So with that being said, we will see you same time, same place next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or out there in the UK, 11 p.m., or out there in the West Coast time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So with that being said, we'll see you guys next week. And if you got value from what we shared, comment below. Love to read your comments as well, because we will contact back with you immediately. So with that being said, see you guys next week.
Peace.
Okay, guys.